Welcome to the QuickStart guide for the Rapid Access Cloud. First thing you want to do is visit the RAC portal. You'll need a Google account in order to create your account for the Rapid Access Cloud. When you do that, you'll just need to go ahead and fill out the form. For Hack YYC, you'll need to make sure that both checkboxes have check marks in them. Then go ahead and hit save and create your account. It'll take a moment to create the account, and then we'll have access to be able to log into the dashboard. The dashboard is split into 4 sections. The first one's block storage, which is kind of like USB keys and gives you volumes. The second is compute, which gives you the access to your virtual machines or your servers. The third is object storage, which offers files. Last is support, where you can find documentation, or you can email us at racadmin@cybera.ca. We'll start with the compute section, where we need to set up our security first. First things first is we need to have a look at key pairs. SSH key pairs are how we actually log into our servers. At the moment, we have none created. Security groups are like firewalls. We need to adjust our initial one, as it doesn't have anything in it, with some useful rules. For example, being able to allow us to ping our instances from anywhere, or with port 22, allow ourselves to SSH into our instances. The last bit of setup is something called floating IPs. Floating IPs are actual public IPs. Next, we look at the images section. These are the actual OS images. You can create your own or just use these pre-existing ones. When we go back to the instances, we can go ahead and choose an OS image, and we can also take a look at the different flavors available. These will choose how many cores, how much RAM is available, and then we want to go ahead and name our instance. We can just go ahead and hit launch. Within a couple moments, it's created. It's important to note that if you haven't created a key pair yet, it's going to create one here for you, and you need to make sure you download this key in order to get in. Last, we want to just attach public IP to our instance so we can actually access it. To access your instance, just choose your preferred terminal application of choice. Choose the key pair in question. You'll need to use the username for whatever installation you use, in our case Ubuntu, at our floating IP address so we can actually access it from home. And then we can go ahead and log in. And if we run a couple commands, we can see that we're running a brand new version of Ubuntu 12.04. For a demo, we're just going to go in and install Apache 2 here, just so we can actually make sure that, hey, we can actually go see and talk to the server. So we've set it to install, but our security group by default blocks port 80. So if we go ahead and add port 80 here, and then go back to our instances in order to get our public IP there, we can go ahead and copy and paste it up there, and lo and behold, it works. Our server's up, running, and accessible.